Hello my lovelies, it is time for another reading vlog, so stay tuned. So I am here with the goofy dog Einstein. He's upside down in my lap right now. This is how he wants to be. He's so goofy. You should see how he's like, I can't move the camera, but because of him on my lap, but he is completely upside down. You're a mess. Laying on his back, all spread out, taking up the whole couch pretty much. But I'm getting ready to do my live reading sprints, but I do have some mail if he'll allow me to show it to you. Will you allow it? Will you allow it? Okay. I have book mail. I have a book that I could show you that I actually got out of my little free library. And then I don't know what this box is. So let's start with the book. Let me move my camera. The book that I got out of my little free library. If you don't know, I have a little free library that I put up in front of my house. It's super cute and I keep it fully stocked. And I post on like a neighborhood thing so that people can see what I have. And they'll come by and I swap the stuff out every so often. And every once in a while I'll find a book that I'm actually interested in that somebody puts in there. And this one was exceptionally interesting because it was put in there by the author. So it is Stubborn as Elle, an L. Riley mystery by Stephanie Kins. And she has a little bookmark. And, oh, I just moved the camera. Anyway, she wrote a little note on the bookmark that says, "Hi neighbors, I'm a resident here in my neighborhood. This is my first published novel. I hope you read and enjoy and tell your friends. Follow me on social media, Stephanie Kins, author. Happy reading." Awesome. This is like a murder mystery kind of thing. It says, Elle Riley has had a rough week, full of mishaps, mistakes, and misfortunes. When a witness claims to have seen a murder, the seemingly simple balance of Elle's life is upset. The unreliability of the witness leaves Elle to question if a murder actually occurred. She is determined to uncover the nature of the crime. Elle's skills as an investigative journalist and part-time private investigator lead her teaming up with the no-nonsense local sheriff to help solve the mystery. But with no body, no crime scene, and their only clue a mystery man with a mystery truck, the pair will have a hard time cracking the case. Hopefully they can catch a possible killer before their differing personalities cause them to kill each other. Elle struggles between her tenacious determination to solve the mystery and her fear of becoming a victim. Will her ask for forgiveness, not permission personality lead to her ultimate demise? I thought that was really cool that somebody in my actual neighborhood published a book. And then I have this, which is something I pre-ordered from Barnes & Noble. That is Right Girl, Wrong Side by Jenny Baird. And this says, love is here to stay, but so are their families. I'm not going to read the whole synopsis of that. And then whatever this is, I don't know if it would be something that's of any interest to anybody or not. I'm not sure what's in here. Oh, okay. I forgot about these. So these are some like, they're like peel and stick frames. So you peel the back off and it's supposed to stick to several different surfaces, including, you know, regular walls, without damaging the walls. And then the front opens up and you can put like a diamond painting in, and then it goes back down and is held closed by magnets. And yeah, I got these to put diamond paintings in. So that is my little mail time. Now I'm going to get my live show all ready to go because it starts in 19 minutes. And I'm going to be reading Codename Verity. Because I don't have an audiobook for this, so I thought this would be a good one to sit and read during these live reading sprints. All right, I'll talk to you later. So I'm gonna have to like refigure my entire schedule because how I had my schedule laid out was like I was going to be editing videos while Xander was doing school during the day, and then I was going to do this other stuff in the evening, and I had each day planned out. And my whole thing is just kind of shot with this new job of Xander's and Braden's, and because Braden started work at the same place on Thursday, so I'm gonna have to refigure out everything, because now we're doing school in the evenings and maybe some on the weekends, and the time that I thought I was gonna be working on the other house, I can't because I have to be doing school, and everything's just kind of up in the air. But the last time I checked in with you, I was about to do my live reading sprints, and I was reading Verity, and I think I got to around page 50 on Wednesday, and then last night I continued and I got to page 100. This is interesting. It's about a woman who, she's like a prisoner of war. She's being held by the Nazis and being tortured to give them information, and the book is like what she's writing for these Germans to not be tortured quite as much, and she's feeling terrible about like giving any information, but she's like, I have to. But yeah, I was physically reading that, and then later in the evening I started working on a diamond painting, a new one, and I'll show you where I'm at this point and peel the plastic back. It's kind of hard to tell what it's going to be right now, but this is what it's looking like. It's actually like a scenery kind of thing. I think the picture will become a little clearer as more diamonds get put on. And while I was doing that, I finished listening to Covet, which is book 3 in the Crave series by Tracy Wolff. And I think I gave the first book like 3.5 stars. And then I gave book 2, I want to say like 4 stars, because I was enjoying it a little bit more. But this one, I have to give this one 5 stars because I freaking loved it. And I really want to read the next one like right now. I have other things I have to read, so I can't, but I really, really want to, because I am so invested in what's going on. In this one, they're dealing with graduating and finals and things like that, but also like going to prison and just like the fate of everything in their hands. And how this ended, like, oh my gosh, what the heck. I need to read the next one. So I'm giving this one 5 stars. Also, that one counts towards Spring Forward Read a Sequel. And I was looking, and I'm currently like 1 away. The only thing I need to read is a group book in order to have a bingo. Though I am trying to get like a full blackout. Don't know if that's going to happen. But yeah, right now I'm just 1 away. I think that's the closest one I've got at this point. When I finished reading this, I just started working on listening to my buddy read with my coffee patrons, and we are reading The Woman in the Library by Solari Gentile. None of them that have read it have really liked it. I think somebody might have given it like a 3-star. I don't know. I'm not hating it, but it's weird. Okay, so it starts out with a letter from, I think it started with a letter from Leo. Yes, it starts with a letter from Leo to Hannah. And Hannah is an author. Leo is also an author. And he's written a book, and he's hoping to get it published. But also, she is currently writing a book. And she is in Australia. She already has other books that have been published. She's in Australia, and she's writing a book that's based in Boston. And Leo is in Boston. So she's sending him chapters of her book, and he's writing back saying, okay, well, in America, like in the US, we say this, not this. You know, changing like Australian slang for American slang. Or if you're going to be in this thing, you need to be able to explain why you're here. You know, how you can afford this place, or things that are close by places she's talking about, stuff like that. And so we go back and forth between the letters that Leah writes and then the chapters of her story. And the chapters of her story is so, like, this is the part that's hard for the brain to wrap around. Because she's writing a story about a woman named Freddie who's writing a story about, okay, Hannah is writing a story about Freddie, who's writing a story about an event that they just kind of witnessed, but it's fictional, and she's taking what's really happened and turning it into something fiction that happened in Boston, though she's in Australia, and it's just breaking my brain. But I'm about halfway through at this point. I'm on page 96. I just don't even know at this point. It looks like the book is 259 pages. If only it was a little bit shorter, I could count for read like an Aries, but it's not. Next, I have some book mail that came today. This is from Barnes & Noble. This was something I pre-ordered. And that is The Love Wager by Lynn Painter. This one's actually pretty short too. It's looks like it's right around 300 pages. Oh wait, no, that's an excerpt from a different book. It is 289 pages. This says, two people make a wager on who can find love first, not realizing what they should be betting on is each other, in this new romantic comedy by Lynn Painter, New York Times bestselling author of Mr. Wrong Number. Fun. Okay, so now I should be over at the other house working, but I don't think I'm going to at this point because it's late. Like, it's almost 9 o'clock already. So I think now I'm probably going to work on editing because I didn't really get a chance to do much of that while I was doing school with Xander. So I'm going to work on that for a bit. And then I'll probably, let's see, it'll probably be late enough. I'll just switch to Codename Verity and try to read another like 50 pages or so before I go to bed. And then maybe tomorrow I can get some work done on the other house. I've got to get some work done on the other house. So we got to get that house on the market. All right, I'm going to go and I'll talk to you later. So I know this hasn't been the most thrilling of reading vlogs because I've pretty much been in the same spot every time I filmed. I don't think I did any time lapses of anything or took you anywhere. And I'm sorry. I normally try to make it a little more interesting, but this week has just been, it's been something. Today I got up this morning and Xander still had some school stuff that he needed to take care of that he didn't do earlier in the week because of the new job. So we did some school, and then after that I had lunch and then went to the other house and I was painting, and I've been listing things on this like neighborhood app thing for sale or for free, and like lugging things out to the driveway that were free things. Like I said, I painted. I've been meeting with people, so I had people come by the house to pick up things, and then I left there at like 4:30, something like that, and came back over here and had to talk with Marty for a little bit before he left, and then I had to fix the boys' dinner and then fix my own dinner, and then I had my coffee watch along or watch party, we watched Jungle Cruise. I love that movie. That was so great. It was my first time watching it and it was so good. And then after the watch party ended, which was around like 8:30ish, then I had to do laundry and do like just cleaning up around the house, and I am so tired. I've just been going and going and going, and it's almost midnight now. I'm a very tired lady. But I did get some more reading in. I continued listening to The Woman in the Library by Solari Gentile, and this book was weird. This book is really hard to explain. It goes back and forth between this guy named Leo writing letters to Hannah, and Hannah is the author of this a story in here, and she's sending him chapters. We don't ever hear anything from Hannah. We just see the chapters that she's written, and she's writing a book about a lady named Freddie who is writing a book. And she's writing a book about, Freddie's writing her book about, there was a woman in the library and she screamed, and this was based on something that Freddie and these other people experienced, and they became friends, and supposedly one of them was a killer, but I don't know. And then there was also a Leo character that Hannah was writing into that story, and it was somebody that Freddie knew. It was so just like, it was hard to follow sometimes, and I can say most of my coffee patrons were not the biggest fan. Some were like, it was okay. I kind of fell in the okay range. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. The synopsis back here doesn't really, it's very misleading. It's not going to tell you, it's not what you're gonna get. I think me and one other person, I think Christina, also gave it a 3, but everybody else rated it lower. I think there was like a 2.5 star, a 2 star, and a 1.5 star. So yeah. And then I started listening to Everblaze. This is my buddy read for my little Twitter group, but my coffee patrons are also reading the series as well. And I managed to get to page 284. I started this while I was painting, and then when I got back over here and continued to do stuff around here. Unfortunately, The Woman in the Library does not check off any of these. I'm not sure if Everblaze will check off anything that I don't already have checked off. Actually, it maybe could count for Let It Shine with an element on the cover, because it kind of looks like fire, maybe an explosion there. I don't know. I do have some other books that I'm going to be reading with elements, so I don't have to count that. It could also count for Tiptoe Through the Tulips, read a book with pink and or yellow on the cover. There's, I think, both pink, like some pink up here, and we got yellow in the title and some yellow right here. So I think this would work for that. So at least I'll get one out of these 2 books. But yeah, like I said, it's almost midnight. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go to bed and start another vlog tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, but hopefully better, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye.